Elks guard. What's critical? Step number one is having this knee on the mat. This is our first thing. We don't want to be both knees up, directly in front. I want to get off to the side and have this knee on the mat. That's step one. Step two is about the angle of this leg. I don't want to be too far away. I can't lift him. I don't want to be all in too close and jacked up. I want to have a good angle so I'm connected to his hip. Third step, I want to have an underhook. My underhook determines our shoulder connected. If my shoulder's disconnected, then that allows his head to come under mine and I'm losing connection and position. So my right hand's grabbing the belt. That's a good gi way to start, grabbing the gi belt, bring it on. You can grab the shoulder, that's a great no gi transition, but start as you're learning by grabbing the belt. So this allows us to bring us to our fourth point, head position. If my head position is here under his head, then my hips are in the correct place. My head is in front of my hips. If my head's behind my hips and once again he gets his head under there, then I'm losing position. This is not how I do the sweep. I want to make sure I've got the dominant head position. If it was off to the side, I want to make sure my hips are back behind, my head is forward. Lastly, step five, I'm sucking in the elbow. I'm not rolling this way or that way. I'm rolling off in a 45-degree angle. I come through as I sweep. I want to finish in this position. Overhook and underhook. My right leg is an extension of his spine where my left leg is facing up. From here, when I'm in this control position, we're looking at two submissions. If he starts bringing this hand back, I catch. From here, I'm just doing a basic figure four where I switch my base, lift up my right shoulder, and there is the first submission. If we're here and he doesn't bring that hand back, well, I'm trapping it up there. I'm holding it nice and tight from here. I'm stepping over with this left leg and I'm really taking ownership of this position. Now what I want to find is I'm doing a prone armbar. Anytime the arm's straight, it's an armbar. With my hands, I'm looking for what? The knobby bit. That's what it's called. Luke told me. It's called the knobby bit on the back of his elbow. I want to find that, put both hands on it and start pushing in, and we're getting a submission because there's space here. If it's not working, it's because there's no space. You need to have this space where I can push in like this, and this is a prone armbar. This is a challenging submission to do as you learn, and yes, there is another straight armbar here. If you want to get both at once, that'd be sensational. I'm going to show that once more because it's important to understand how hook sweep fits together. Remember, first thing, this is on the ground, this one's up, I'm connected to his hips, I've got my underhook on the belt, so my shoulder is connected. I've got my head position that determines my hip position. From here, holding on to the elbow, not rolling out here, out there, but off at 45. As I do, I'm switching all the way through into this control position. And then the whole theory of this is, it doesn't matter what he does, I've got an attack. If he brings his hand back, I've got an attack. If he leaves it here, I come through and I've got an attack. And that's good jiu-jitsu. Time.